Hi students, welcome to the Term-2 Social Science Unit 1 Philanthropist of Sangam age. Come children, let us see what is philanthropist and who are the philanthropists of the Sangam age. Children, in this unit, what are we going to learn? That is the learning objectives. Children will be able to know. Name the philanthropist. Name the regions ruled by the philanthropist. Understand the significance of kindness. Explain how the philanthropist ruled their region. Come, children, let us learn the spelling first. Philanthropist. 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 Philanthropist is a person who gives generously to help other people. He is a person who will help others, that he will give generously without restrictions. He will give, he will share whatever he has, children. During the time when we have Diwali celebration, do you remember? We will be inviting the children from the orphanage, that is in Nesakarangal, in our area, isn't it, children? And throughout weeks we will be connecting the donations. Your seniors will be coming with a donation box and you will be bringing them money or any pulses or any eatables of that sort, consumables. Do you remember? That is an act of philanthropy. Philanthropy. We are able to share what we are having with those less privileged children, and we will celebrate our Diwali in happiness with them. We are able to donate in the form of money. You will be bringing your pocket money and you will be bringing from your home some pulses, some rice, isn't it, children? All these things comes under the philanthropy. As children, we are learning that in school, isn't it? And it is a pride and a happiness to see their eyes shine in happiness. Children, when I ask you who is a favorite person in the world, your answer definitely will be mom. It's my grandpa or it's my grandma. Why? Children, they will pamper you, isn't it? They will get you whatever you want and we are so happy to spend time with them. Your grandpa, grandma tell you stories and they will tell you some way. We have a girl called Geeta and her grandpa, and they are on a trip during their summer holidays. Like you people, when you have your holidays, you will be rushing to your grandpa's place, isn't it, children? Same way, Geeta also went to her grandpa's place and they were on a trip. They were traveling to some place and you can see what are they discussing, where are they going and what are they discussing. Now Geeta and her grandpa are on a trip during summer holidays. This is a conversation between Geeta and her grandpa. Geeta and her grandpa are on a trip during summer holidays. They are on their way to Kodaikanal, the hill station in Tamil Nadu. This is the first time that Geeta is traveling up a steep hill in a bus. Geeta asking her grandpa, how did people come to these hills before buses and cars were used? Grandpa, they would have used horses and donkeys to climb up the hill. Who ruled these regions, Grandpa? In the Sangam age, many philanthropists ruled the hilly regions, but 7 of them were very famous. How many of them were very famous? 7 of them were very famous. Why only 7 were famous? Who were they? Do you know, children? Sangam literature consisting of several classical poetry is the main sources of the Sangam age. The classical poetry is the main sources of the Sangam age. Grandpa explaining about the philanthropist. Those 7 philanthropists were Began, Pari, Nedumudikari, Ai, Adhiyaman, Nalli and Valvil Ori. They ruled different hilly regions. The philanthropists ruled different hilly regions at different periods during the Sangam age. They were all powerful, kind and cared for nature and the people. Children, I'll spell the 7 philanthropists. Began, P-E-G-A-N, Began. Pari, P-A-R-I, Pari. Nedumudikari, Nedumudikari, Nedumudikari. I-A-A-Y. Adhiyaman, A-D-H-I-Y-A-M-A-N. Adhiyaman. Nalli, N-A-L-L-I. And Valvil Ori, V-A-L-V-I-L-O-R-I. Valvil Ori. Gita. Is that why there are more trees in the hills than in Chennai, Grandpa? Hills usually have lots of trees. It is important for people to take care of them. Shall I tell you a few stories about how those philanthropists and the people protected nature and how in turn nature protected them? I would love that, Grandpa. So, children, it is holiday time, and since it is holiday, she has gone to her grandfather's place, and they are going to a trip. Let us see where they are going. They are on their way to Kodaikanal, the hill station in Tamil Nadu, and they are on their way. They have not reached there. They are on their way. They are going to Kodaikanal, which is the place Kodaikanal, Kodaikanal, Kodaikanal. And what is the specialty of Kodaikanal? What is special there? It is a hill station. It is a hill station. Hill station means it is a mountain, and you know, children, if it is a hill station, you will be feel cold here, isn't it? It will be very nice, very warm, very enjoyable climate. This is the first time that Geeta is traveling up a steep hill in a bus. So it is her first experience to travel to Kodaikanal. It is a hill area. She is going by bus. So Geeta and her grandpa are going to Kodaikanal, and as they are traveling up a steep hill, Geeta is having some doubt. She is asking her grandpa, tell me, grandpa, something I want to ask you. How did people come to these? Grandpa clarifies all her doubts. Her grandpa is moving to the first story. Are you ready for the first story? Yes. Okay. This story is about Pagan. Pagan ruled Palani Hills. Which hills, children? Palani Hills. That is in Dindigul district. The very same hill range that we are visiting today. Isn't it cold here, children? Yes, Grandpa. That is why Amma has packed sweaters for us. Correct. One day, while Pagan was on his walk, he saw a peacock shivering. He assumed that the peacock was shivering due to cold and he covered the peacock with shawl. Who covered the peacock with shawl? Pagan. Can a peacock use a shawl? Maybe not. The point is that Pagan treated the peacock just like his own child. How many people nowadays show such kindness towards animal? Grandpa, one day I saw a boy throwing stones at a dog. I stopped him. Maybe if he knew about Pagan, he would find a way to love animals. True, it is not just kindness towards trees and animals, it is also about valuing people. We should treat all living things equally. Okay, the next story is nearly 2000 years old. A wise and a kind philanthropist called Pari ruled Parambu Nadu. This was located in Parambu Malai, a hill range that starts in Sivaganga district. Parambu Nadu is in Sivaganga district in Tamil Nadu and extends all the way to Palakkad in Kerala. The Moovendas. Who are the Moovendas, children? The Cheras, Cholas and Pandyas wanted to make Parambu Nadu a part of their kingdom. They were not able to win the battles against Pari and his army individually, so they attacked Parambu Nadu together. Who attacked the Parambu Nadu? Cheras, Cholas and Pandyas. In the thick forest, inside the hills, they were not able to defeat Pari's army. Instead, they made sure that Parambu Nadu could not get water or food from below the hill. They thought that Pari would surrender after he ran out of food and water. Grandpa, did Pari surrender? No, Pari did not surrender. Few months passed. The Moovendas later realized that the forests in the Parambu Malai were so rich that they provided people with a lot of jackfruit, edible bamboo, and other wild nuts. The hill also had a lot of streams that provided them with fresh and clean water. Because of this reason, Pari did not surrender. Gita. So they didn't need food or water from any other place? Yes, their forests took care of them just as Pari. The people in his region also took care of nature. There is even a famous story that tells his generosity. One day, Pari was passing a young jasmine climber. He saw that there was no tree to help the climber to grow. He offered his golden chariot to give support for the climber. That is a jasmine climber. He offered his golden chariot. Gita said to his grandpa, "This is so interesting. Do you know that we planted a few trees in our school? I'll make sure that they grow well, just like Pari did. Would you like to hear more stories about some of the philanthropists, Geeta? Yes, Grandpa. Now I'll ask some questions. Children, can you able to answer? Which was the region ruled by Pari? The region ruled by Pari was Parambu Nadu. Parambu Nadu. What were stopped from the lower regions to Parambu Nadu? Water and food. What did Pari give to support Jasmine climber? Pari gave to support Jasmine climber his chariot. His chariot. Dear children, in this session we learn about the hill station, Kodaikanal, and the philanthropist, pagan, Pari, and how they ruled their regions. In the next session, we'll learn about Nedumudikari, Ai, Adiyaman, Nalli, and Valvel Ori. That's all about this session, children. Thank you. Have a nice day.